so much for joining us today with the Ascended 2021 team and the Homestar.love productions. We are gathered today to be able to share this beautiful space to talk about mindfulness and meditation, sharing wisdom from our heart, and we're going to be able to walk through a beautiful space to activate and energize our third eye energy centers. So very excited to be here with you guys. Super grateful for this amazing opportunity to be able to connect with these beautiful creators and all of you lovely, lovely souls that are watching this now or on the replay. So to get us started tonight, I would love to just be able to say some gratitude and share a little bit from my heart about what mindfulness and meditation means to me. So first, I'm super grateful for you guys, Kelly and Campton, for joining me live today and just sharing this space and being open to sharing your gifts. And I'm so grateful for all the beautiful soul family connections that we have that we're able to share with one another. I'm grateful for the sun and my awesome nature hike today. I found a feather that was like this long, a big black feather. So that was a really beautiful synchronicity that really brightened my day. Oh, and I found a little like fairy trail off of the trail and went on a little adventure. So I'm really grateful for that today too. Mindfulness and meditation to me is a beautiful opportunity to be able to connect with my heart space and find peace in my own self, no matter what's happening in the environment around me, and being able to find that that power that truly does come from within, and knowing that you have the opportunity to access this anytime you'd like, that you can create it for yourself. So that's me. If Campton or Kelly wants to go next, by all means.
Sure. Beautiful expression, Kristen. Thank you for sharing so much. And if we're sharing gratitude today, I'm extremely grateful for the fact that I get to have this another day, this brand new day. And, I've learned to appreciate breathing and the sun and just the environment itself as a blessing. And that's provided me with a sort of a default level of peace and equilibrium in my life. So I'm immensely grateful for the ability to have cultivated that state of mind. And yeah.
Thank you. I am just so grateful for just the love and support of just generally everyone, and the shedding of these layers that I'm going through and that are being revealed through the process of healing and just community together, and just the basic small things that bringing awareness to the mindfulness of just the smallest thing as the wind against my cheek, and being able to have these moments of clarity and coming back to that balance, that balance within. So thank you.
Lovely. Thank you both so much. And Kelly, I don't know what's happening, but your camera has like this really beautiful rainbow over your face. No, it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. It's like this ball of beautiful energy that's just in your space right now, and it's bringing me a lot of joy. So I'm grateful for rainbows in all forms. And if you guys are listening and you'd like to drop in the chat, what are some things that you're grateful for, or what are your thoughts on mindfulness and meditation? How has it helped you? What does it mean for you in your spaces? Feel free to share. Hi, Johnny. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Pisces. Thank you guys so much for joining us today and sharing this beautiful space. So very excited to be here. And thank you to everybody on TikTok. If you guys would like to join us, we are live on YouTube. You can click the link in my profile and join us on YouTube. So that's my feel for that for now. So awesome. So I would love to just hold space for discussion about mindfulness and meditation in my own life has been so powerful in moments where I feel like I'm maybe not feeling like I'm in control of my spaces, or sometimes my mind, if I'm working through depression. Personally, I suffer from CPTSD, which can be really detrimental. It can be really frustrating. It can be something that can really be overwhelming. And so the biggest tool that I have found is my mindfulness and my meditation. And I know that in some cases in life, we can play with our minds to a point where we find ourselves maybe walking in circles or going in directions we never meant to go. And so bringing it back to the basics of connecting with our breath and finding our center. And whenever I speak about mindfulness, for me, mindfulness is being aware of my surroundings. So feeling the way that my shirt feels on my skin. What does it feel like to have the floor under my feet? I can feel a crystal in the palms of my hands. Like, what does that feel like? Am I hearing any sounds like the birds outside? Or what am I smelling right now? Oh, there's a pretty candle that's lit. And so just bringing your awareness to your senses, your physical senses, to bring yourself back to this now moment. And then the the meditation portion of that is then becoming aware of like the sixth sense, the extraordinary senses, which are, being aware of the intuition and the perception of what's happening in the external realms. And so, yeah, that's for me, mindfulness and meditation. I don't know, Kelly, Campton, did you guys want to expand on either one of those?
Sure. Yeah, both meditation and mindfulness. So they go hand in hand. During our meditation practice, we're developing mindfulness. We're directly cultivating the networks that have to do with concentration and present-mindedness, even emotional intelligence. And we activate the mental immune system, which is all of our subconscious traumas rising to the surface in lieu of our thinking, right? When we don't actively think, our brain will produce the things that we need to cleanse and move from. And not only that, I mean, the mindfulness is fullness of mind. It's in the word. And the more we remind ourselves of all the things that we discover during a meditation practice, the more it becomes who we are. Mindfulness and growing your mindfulness expands this window back through time so that you have a preemptive awareness of potential frustrating reactions or just any reaction at all, so that you can supplant that reaction with the wisdom that you develop through sort of sometimes rigorous challenge and developing your iron will and things like that. It does take an extraordinary amount of effort to complete the mind and expand it beyond the low vibrations that we succumb to kind of need into wisdom to give that to the world to raise their vibration. So it's the most sensitive souls are the strongest souls, and they can also be damaged the most, but they are key for our world's ascension. And it means you are so loving and enduring that you have chosen to be here at this time to develop these qualities. So a meditation and mindfulness practice will help you kind of embody that higher self, that whisper within, that knowingness that you have, where you give wisdom to other people from that may be difficult for you to incorporate. That is your higher self, and listening to that and incorporating that is the challenge of essentially eternity. So that's just all I have so far, but I get so nerdy with this, with the neuroscience and everything like that, but I'll hand it over to Kelly. All right. So thanks.
That was awesome. Thank you. For me, I have dissociative identity disorder and also complex PTSD. So for me, it played a large part of being able to ground. And due to my mental health, I had to learn how to be able to go to basic mindfulness for sensory, to hold myself into one state. Because meditation and everything was, for a while, very difficult for me to even get into that state. So working hand in hand with the mindfulness and meditation together and bringing myself into that 0 point state where I was in balance with myself, and keeping myself in balance was a progress. It didn't start off, and for people who are beginning, that are just learning how to meditate, sometimes it's a battle with your mind, and you may only get a couple minutes in, but for me, it's building that constant just adding a little extra time, adding a little extra time, adding a little extra time, just also being mindful of my progress and that, you know, I do have trauma and being aware of where I can be with that. And that really helped my process. It's a really awesome thing that, you know, it really does change the way that I no longer have those negative repetitive thought processes coming into my head. And I was tortured. I was absolutely tortured for a very long time with that. And it really has changed the way that I'm able to perceive and also experience things. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kelly. I actually would love to talk about meditation and trauma because I know for myself, a lot of my own healing has been working through my trauma through meditation and being able to offer myself love and support and kindness in spaces where I wasn't loved and supported and shown kindness. And so it's been a very powerful tool for me to be able to go through those spaces with the intention and the mindset of I am not powerless, but rather I do have the power to accept and move forward from these and even put that intention in of I'm going to share love and healing in these spaces with myself. So, and Campton, if you want to nerd out about the neurology, by all means, go for it. Like I would love to have, I love neurology. It's one of my favorite topics. So I'm not as knowledgeable or wise on it. So if you feel called.
Sure. Yeah, so essentially, meditation and mindfulness is the mastery of the nervous system. The nervous system is the brain spread out throughout the entire body and commands all your chemicals to be released. And you know, when I talk about the neurology of this, you know, it's not discounting the spiritual aspect of our awareness, the exterior intellect that comes in and hosts this body and propagates all of those things. So when we're talking about chemical releases and the nature of reality, we're talking about the chemical releases and emotions as an extension of the intrinsic intelligence that is undying and is the real you, right? So the process of meditation and the mastery of the nervous system is systematically unhooking this exterior intelligence from the kind of pull of the nervous system, the arbitrary reactions that have been programmed into us by the environment. And hopefully we can do that over and over and over again, make it our obsession, make it our life, to literally strengthen the connections that have to do with wisdom and resilience. So when we go and meditate, we are forcefully encountering things like frustration and boredom and impatience and all of the memories that we're running away from. And by encountering those things, we actually desensitize ourselves to frustration and can actually notice its onset during the day because we'll have a vivid awareness of what causes that cascade of emotions. So when we talk about ADHD and the nervous system and all trauma, even, it's all held in the nervous system, in this flesh, and it's not who you are, but it can trick you into that because it can cause a lot of pain. And just I'll end on the third eye kind of aspect of the nervous system. You know, part of it is a gland, part of it is kind of this quantum computer in your brain that secretes chemicals so that you can interpret higher levels of information, and that's where your intuition, that's where the absolution of darkness that comes from gurus comes from, is their third eye, their perception, their ability to see beyond your psychology or whoever they're working with, or even just the world. And as we awaken that, we start to see things beyond and start to exit the matrix and have this sense of truth. Like, truth is a sense. It's one of our senses, and it can be difficult to look at because it will kind of override and force us to acknowledge all the things that are incongruent with that truth. And that can cause a lot of turmoil because then you have these two voices in your head, which is really just two webs of neurology, the wisdom that you have and the old structures that were formed under your ignorance. So the ignorant structures, they fire, they are tempting, they pull us back down. But when we are mindful again, once we remind ourselves, that wisdom begins to kind of wash away those painful neurological webs, and then we become the wisdom and the truth. So that doesn't cover it all, but I'm going to hand it off to the next person.
I love that. I love that we have the power to be able to literally create new pathways in our brain. Like, you're creating them, and the more you practice, the stronger those channels, those pathways get. So anyways, yes, lovely. Thank you, Campton, for sharing that. And yeah, let's talk about the third eye. So what is the third eye? What does this mean? I think it's great that the third eye is actually the sixth chakra center. I feel like that, maybe I made that up, I don't know, I feel like I learned that somewhere. It's the sixth one, right? But it's related to the sixth sense, the extrasensory capabilities that we have. It can be connected with clair abilities. It's also the part that connects you with your higher consciousness, as well as your intuition and the ability to see beyond what is happening in this now moment. And so it's a really powerful energy center and place to connect with. And it's very fascinating to me that this is an energy center, right? It exists in the space of energy, but it also is theorized that it is a physical bit that exists in your brain. Is it by the hypothalamus? Remind if
I think
Campton,
it's in the dead middle of the brain.
Yeah. So it's, it can be such an amazing tool that we can access and work with. But if it's clogged or guarded or damaged, then, you might have the experience of not being able to trust your intuition, or not being able to connect with those extra senses that you have in your spaces. And so the intention for today is to be able to hold discussion, connect with mindfulness, and walk us through a guided meditation to be able to cleanse and clear our third eye energy centers. So I'm so grateful for you all being here, and I would happily pass the talking stick if Campton or Kelly, if you guys want to talk any more about the third eye, or any wisdom you'd like to share over that, absolutely go ahead.
Sure. So yeah, you're exactly right. It's about purifying that energy. It's learning about that energy. It's not just like your third eye pops open, you can just see stuff and do crazy things. That's not what that is. It has I believe it's the 1,000-petaled lotus, or it has many petals, and each petal represents a capability that unfolds out of the third eye. So the very first initial stages are you realize the transience of your identity, or this character that we built up in our mind isn't the real us. That's kind of the first capability of this, because you are again accessing that exterior awareness, that intelligence that is beyond. And practices like breath work, they flex our nervous system and wash away all the obstructions that prevent energy from flowing through us. So when we're decalcifying the third eye, we are literally stimulating it with energy and starting to reawaken it from its atrophy due to the ignorance of our world. Essentially, that's where the matrix is. It's wired up to resist truth in your brain. So when we do a meditation practice, we are sensitizing our nervous system to those capabilities. You may feel pulsing, you may feel like pressure here, and don't be afraid. That's just something that is in you coming back online because you're stimulating it, right? When you wiggle your fingers, that's the same intent and energy that's used to pulse the third eye. So that's what we're doing in this meditation practice, is we're sensitizing ourselves to it, and then noticing during the day if we're a little bit more intuitive, if we can kind of see more out of somebody's body language, or hear their voice in a different way, right? You can start to just sense certain intricate nuances that you wouldn't have before, because you weren't mindful and you didn't have this kind of quantum computer online in your brain.
Awesome. I like the quantum computer explanation. That's how I started my spiritual awakening, was actually that understanding that your brain is a computer and it's sending data, and there's an algorithm to it, and you can change that algorithm. So for me, definitely just personal experiencing how powerful the third eye is in respects to the way we actually communicate with one another as well. When your third eye becomes activated, there comes a point where it's almost like a radio signal as well, at least in a lot of circumstances, where it beams out, and it beams out a flow of light, in a sense. And it also, the third eye goes through the back of your head, opening up to a very, it's impressive, in my experience, of the well of dreams, where there is a lot of knowledge, a lot of access, and both when connected, they're kind of like your foresight and hindsight together, but on a multi-dimensional level. And I believe that at a point when we all come to this activation, there'll be a sharing of a type of knowledge through that, those openings as well. It'll be the eye to transmit and the data points, the information flow. At least in my experience, I have had that with other individuals as well. And it's all about clearing it out and getting those. There's a lot of information that isn't necessarily what we want. It's programming, and it's just kind of there. And when we weave through those webs and learn how to choose our own thought processes and clean it out with light, and bring in, like, with light, which is information that all flows through, to clear it out, I have found personally that it does bring a new way of outlook and perception. So yeah, thank you.
Oh my goodness. Thank you both so much for sharing your wisdom. And I'm just laughing really bad because everybody in the chat's like talking about what system does which computer system does your brain run on? OS 95, Windows 95. I'm like trying to think about what system my brain's on. And I think mine like jumps from system to system. Like some days I'm on Windows, sometimes I'm iOS. Some days I think I'm like some third party system that doesn't even exist yet, but yeah, anyways.
That's hilarious. It doesn't. Yeah, you are actually creating a new computer. So you're right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yes, beautiful. Creating the beautiful computer system.
Kristen OS.
Yeah, Kristen OS. We'll call it that.
Or Pin OS.
Pin OS. That actually sounds like it could be something for real. So.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Oh my goodness. I love you guys. I'm so grateful. That's all I have planned for discussion. If we're ready to move into the meditation portion, does anybody have any other thoughts or feelings or expressions that they would like to share before we move on to meditation?
You can't do it wrong. So don't worry. If we say imagine something, you don't need to be there. It doesn't need to be virtual reality, Ready Player One. It just needs to be what you feel. So.
Yes. Oh, that's a good point. Yes. Awesome. All right. So yes, upkeep for those that are maybe new to meditation. Just allow this to be whatever it needs to be for you in this moment. Yeah. Hold no expectations over yourself. Just be open to receive. I would love the opportunity to be able to share Reiki healing with anybody who is open to receive during the meditation. So if you are open to receive, just allow yourself to be open to that and your energy will connect with it. But we're going to walk through a really beautiful scenario, connecting with our third eyes and sharing healing today. So I'm excited to be here with all of you. I'm so grateful for everybody who's joining us to share this moment. It's very special to be able to be here with you guys and to share our gifts and wisdom and just the love, like the unconditional love that we share. It's truly very special to me. So, all right. So if we're ready, we can go ahead and allow yourself to find a comfortable position. I invite you to collect any crystals that you might feel called to, or light any incense or candles if you feel called to do so as well. And we'll walk through this together. So allowing your body to find a comfortable position, you can place your dominant hand over your heart and your other hand directly over your belly womb area, connecting with the sacral energy that exists within our bodies, creating a concurrent flow of energy between our heart centers and our sacral centers. You can close your eyes if you feel called. And we'll begin by taking a breath in and release. Breath in and release. And one more breath in and release. And I invite you to imagine a beautiful lotus flower opening on the crown of your head. And we'll invite in Reiki's silver loving energy down through the crown center and into our third eye, allowing your breath to flow from inhale to exhale as waves in the sea, inviting this beautiful energy down through to the throat center, filling your throat with beautiful, loving, peaceful energy, moving the silver light down through the heart center, through to the solar plexus, down to the sacral, and at the base of your spine at the root center. Imagining the silver light moving through your arms and through your legs to the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes, filling your body with unconditional love and healing energy. And we can imagine this beautiful energy reaching down our feet and into the earth, connecting as roots, growing these roots down into the layers of the earth, through the rocks and through the clay, allowing these roots to become thicker and stronger as they move all the way to the core of the earth, bringing your grounded energy center down to the core. And you can wrap these roots around the core of the earth in a warm hug, feeling the love and the peace from Mother Gaia. And you can take a breath in, breathing this energy up to the root center at the base of the spine. And on the exhale, releasing any anxieties or tensions that might be in your body, granting your body permission to relax and to be present. Giving your mind the opportunity to release any tensions or anxieties from the day. And I invite you to bring your attention to the Nexus Platform. And this is a beautiful floating disc in space. And you can stand on this disc and look out into the expanse, noticing the stars, the nebulas. Maybe the moon is shining bright. And just standing in the presence and the awe of space. Feeling grounded and centered. And as you stand on this Nexus platform, I invite you to imagine a portal appearing in front of you. You can create this portal. And whenever you're ready, we will take a breath in and step through the portal on the exhale. And as you step through this portal, you can notice the grass under your feet and the warm sun on your skin. You can begin to walk forward and noticing the breeze on your skin and in your hair. Maybe you can hear the birds chirping in the sky. You can look through the grass and notice the trees. And maybe there's some pretty summer flowers beginning to bloom. And as you walk forward, you'll notice a path begins to form in front of you. And as you take each step, I invite you to just notice the colors and the peace that surrounds you in this moment, connecting with the earth and the sky. You can notice any animals that might be present. Maybe there's a deer in the tall grass looking at you, or a butterfly following you along as you walk this path. And you can bring a gentle smile to your face and walking forward, feeling loved and confident. And as you move through this path, we will walk towards the forest, noticing the trees as they overhang and the green glow that comes from this beautiful space. You might even feel the temperature change as you enter the bush, noticing the cool breeze on your skin. And as you walk, maybe you can hear the crinkle of the leaves under your feet. And as we move forward, we will be approaching a creek. And you can start to hear the sound of the water washing over the rocks. Remembering your breath as it flows from the inhale to the exhale. As you approach the creek, I invite you to place your feet in the water and just stand in the presence of this beautiful body of water. Feeling the coolness as it washes over your toes. Hearing the sound of the water washing over the rocks. And I invite you to look down and notice your feet in the water. Maybe there's a leaf floating along or a special rock at your feet. And just allow yourself to be present in this beautiful space. And I will pass the talking stick over to Campton.
Feeling the warmth of your breath, allow it to reach the center of your forehead. Feel the breath inside of your forehead. Notice any memories that may come to the surface and allow them to be. Allow them to purify. Be free from the illusions that our world perpetuates through the tempting social sphere. Allow this center of energy to be cleansed with each breath. The breath is the director of energy in this body. It is at the core of your mental and physical self. Allow, if you wish, my energy to assist in the opening of your third eye. Breathing in my energy and breathing out any negativity. Bathe in the glory of truth and light. Allow yourself to be taken care of by forces who know your struggles and who know your efforts. Allow yourself to be taken care of by this community and the knowledge that we host as a collective. Embrace the absolution of darkness and doubt, and imbibe the truthful waters that our cosmos has borne. Let your soul become unfettered and free. Allow unforsought creativity to swirl within the vortexes of your internal world and set it free through your fingertips, your voice, your body language, every interaction that you have with this world. Again, I invite you to take in my energy, to allow the cleansing of your all-seeing eye. Feel the beauty of the land that Kristen has guided us into. Allow it to overtake you. Be there. Be with us. Be cleansed. Now we will look back towards our best friend, Kristen, our guide, our mentor, as she grounds us back into the world.
And we can stand in this beautiful creek for a few more moments, reaching down into the water, scooping it in your hands, pouring the cool creek water over your arms, washing away any anxieties or fears or tensions, traumas. Reaching down into the water and pouring it over your head and feeling the cool beads as they drip down your scalp and down your neck. And I invite you to scoop the water into your palms of your hands and place them directly over your third eye energy center. If you feel called in this moment, you can place your hands directly over your eyes. And allow this energy to integrate into your being, sending our ultimate gratitude to the angels and the energy beings and any love that exists today. Gratitude for those who have shared this beautiful experience, and gratitude for Reiki's unconditional love and healing for going exactly where it is needed the most. You can look up into the sky now and notice the sun beaming her beautiful love down to your skin, feeling warm and present in your body. You can begin to walk back out of the creek, drying your feet and drying your arms, and walking back to the path and through the forest, thanking our animal friends and guides as they joined in today, and bringing us back to the field of grass as we begin to bring our awareness back to our bodies with a breath in and a nice exhale. Wiggling your fingers and toes, your knees and nose, and opening your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you, Campton. That was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. You've created a wonderful, wonderful place.
It's my very special meditation space for me. So I'm always grateful to be able to share with you, amazing souls. So.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's energy in this live stream is incredible. I mean, I was glad to meet you all there and share energies with you. So thank you so much for participating, everyone, in that meditation.
I'm curious to see if anybody feels called to share any experiences, or maybe their animal guides that joined the. My guide was clearly a deer and a butterfly today. I had the cutest little baby doe looking out to me from the grass, and it was like almost as if it wanted to join me, but it wasn't sure. So I like invited it to come along, and it walked along the path with me to the creek. So it was really special.
My one of my spirit animals, as far as I'm aware, was there, and it's I don't know how to describe the look. It's almost like a cheetah bug kind of thing. It's like a 9-foot tall cheetah with what are these called? Like antennas with glowing things at the end. I don't know what those are exactly called, but that's my spirit animal. That's who I saw.
That sounds so cool, Campton. that's got to be like an extraordinary spirit guide.
Yeah, I mean, I met them in one of the very first vision kind of quest dreams that I ever had, and I was able to actually speak to him, her, it. I don't even know if it had a gender. It was just kind of this androgynous cheetah bug being. But anyway, there was this like doorway that your voice could go through, and it would translate it into their language or whatever. So that's how I originally met them. Just in a random dream. Like I wasn't even like on a substance or anything. It was just like a natural dream, more vivid than I've ever experienced. It was crazy. So anyway, I just thought I'd share.
No, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing. I love that. I love that. And like to note, like also please drink water if you guys participated in that meditation, at least one glass, but as much as you feel called, water is always good. Kelly, did you want to share any of your?
So mine was, I really got into a deep state, and it was really like, my guides came just unconditional love. It was just surrounding more of an energetic form where I came to a place of peace, and it wasn't as much visualization as much just like an energy that was like putting me at a point within my mind where I wasn't rapidly moving. I went so deep into it. So it was really good.
That's beautiful. I always love when my guides join in. Like anytime I go to the creek, I always see a bunch of my guides there. But I love Campton's experience of saying like everybody was joining us there at the creek. And like you could almost look down the creek and see everybody kind of like standing in the water, just in the moment. And it's very beautiful. So, and I'm laughing because Pisces made a comment saying that I envisioned a deer and a butterfly, and then Kristen said a deer or a butterfly. So Pisces and I are always very connected. So I love that. Thank you for sharing, beautiful Pisces. Anyone else? Jessica, her spirit animal was her puppy. Charis saw a deer and a butterfly as well. Becca saw a duck. Star Soul saw a whole bunch. Let's see, an owl, a raccoon, an otter, a zebra, a frog, and a fox. I love that. I love that. Jennifer saw a cheetah pillar. Okay, that's what, never mind. That's what she was clarifying what Campton.
Yeah, I saw that. That's an awesome name.
Yeah, cheetah pillar.
Cheetah pillar. Oh my God.
Yes. Jennifer's very creative. I love it. Awesome. Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much for being here and for sharing your experiences. And yes, if you experienced any activation sensations, I'm very grateful. If you have any questions or concerns or comments that you would like to connect with either Campton, Kelly, or myself, please feel free to do so. Yeah, I'm just really grateful for you all being here. And that was a lovely, lovely experience to share with you all. So Kelly, did you feel called? Are you at a place where you'd like to discuss the Ascended group event and kind of share a little bit about that so people know what we've got coming up?
Absolutely. Thank you guys for this. This was wonderful. And we have an awesome event coming up that's going to be a lot of really amazing creators, including the ones that are here tonight. And there's space for everyone. You know, we're going to be meeting in Sedona. There's going to be workshops that are going to be live. So it's going to be all day. And it's going to be all for if you're interested in coming and online and being able to be a part of the happenings. It's going to be really awesome. As well with that, you know, we also are, you know, if you are interested in, there is camping out there. So, you know, if anyone wants to come and kind of vibe with us, that is an opportunity as well. There is campgrounds out there to kind of share in this really awesome opportunity. So.
Absolutely. What an amazing opportunity for us to all connect and share healing and wisdom. And for anybody who is interested in connecting with the Ascended event, we will be holding space for an online event for people to be able to join virtually. Anybody who wants to create and hold space for that, we will be opening those registrations whenever we have the possibility to do so. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, this is going to be a really beautiful opportunity to share gifts, our wisdom, and healing with those who feel called to share. So if you are a creator and you want to share your gifts, then please feel free to connect with us and yeah, be a part of this amazing event that we're hosting together. So it's been really lovely to watch it unfold and move in all the directions that it has. And I'm so truly grateful. And personally, I've never been to Sedona, so I'm really excited to be able to experience the energy vortexes and the beautiful rocks. You guys don't know, I have a really big obsession with crystals and rocks. So to be in a place that's like rocks everywhere, I'm really excited. So like take out the vortex part. I just want to see the big giant rocks. No, just kidding. I want to experience anything that's there.
So many amazing things and really awesome creators that are going to come on board for the online portion and the workshops. If someone has a talent or something that they want to share for an hour, please let us know, because we do have open availability for that. That we would love to have as many people on board with this as possible.
I'm super excited for Jennifer is doing a paper making experience where we're going to be utilizing the dirt from Sedona to like put it in with the paper to kind of make like magical paper. So I'm really excited about that one, but just like open your all's minds to see that like gifts and talents can look many different ways. It doesn't have to just be, a Reiki practitioner or a, energy healer or whatever the sound healing. Like it can look many different ways. So healing and magic happens in all forms, and I am so excited to be able to experience and share this with you guys. So awesome. All right, loves. Well, I believe that about ends the beautiful intention for today. If you guys have anything else you'd like to share, feel free by all means do so. I'm filled with so much I'm filled with so much gratitude for all of you guys, and it really does mean the world to me to know that I can be able to create space like this, and that you guys are going to show up to support and to share the experience with me. So yeah, really, really, truly grateful for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kristen. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Campton.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And a
And
huge, oh, sorry, Kelly.
I missed what you said.
No, I just wanted to say like a huge shout out to the Paradigm Shift Central team, because had it not been for the Paradigm Shift Central and beautiful Brendan, us three may not have connected in the way that we have. So, and many of the other creators that are in Ascended are also part of the Paradigm Shift team. So just huge shout out to Paradigm Shift. Their information will be linked below the video, as well as Kelly and Campton and myself. So if you feel called to connect with any of us further, that information will all be linked below the video. If you want to learn more about the Ascended group, that information is also below the video, as well as the Discord server that we have for you to connect and be able to connect with the creators on that level. So yes, so if you want to connect further, that information will be below the video, and keep an eye out for more of these. We're looking to create these on a regular basis to be able to share the creators and all the wonderful gifts that we all share. So who knows what the next one will be? Maybe we'll make paper. Maybe we'll make paper. But I'm excited. So all right, loves. Thank you all for being here today. And we're going to end with a beautiful namaste.
Namaste.
Okay, how do I end it? Okay, there we go. Okay. Love you guys. Bye. I'm so awkward.